We are here set for our final today. We're conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We are live streaming. Excuse me, and Ms. Taylor is making our record. Okay, we'll take announcements.
Daniel Trial for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. We're present ready, Your Honor.
Jay Michelson on behalf of Lowe's Bedding. She is present and we're ready, Your Honor.
Jeff Hill, I'm here on behalf of the father. He's not present, Judge. I haven't had any contact with him. I don't expect him to show up.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the child.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, Mr. Trout, who's your first witness today?
Your Honor, before we get started, the department will be asking for a monitored return today. I've spoken with or emailed with Mr. Hill and spoken with Mr. Michelson. I believe both parents are in agreement or are in agreement right now. I've not asked Ms. Zavala, I don't believe, but I believe she's in agreement with that also.
I am.
And we can go through what type of timeline we're looking at to get the child placed in the home. But today, that is the agreement that we made that we'd like to put in front of the court.
Okay, is this a monitored return with transitions or is it just a monitored return?
It'll be just a monitored return, Your Honor. I believe we've already done an extension in this case for extraordinary circumstance, and I think under the statutes and the changes, we can't do a transitional. So it will be a monitored, just a straight monitored return on this one. My understanding, what we were looking at was mom is supposed to have an 8-hour visit today. Then child go home the 23rd through the 26th, pick the child up, screen mom, and then place the child home on December 30th was the plan.
Okay. All right. Then with respect to the monitored return, Mr. Michelson, is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and your client's good with that?
Yes.
All right. And I've read the report and she's been doing really, really well. So
Yes, ma'am.
okay, Mr. Hill, I know you don't have a client present and
Well, Judge, I don't know how this could not be in his best interest. His other option is being terminated. So I suspect that I believe in his best interest, I can say that this is the best thing for him.
okay. All right, and then Ms. Zavala.
Your Honor, I do believe this is in the best interest of the child.
Okay. All right, then I want to go ahead. Mr. Perales, I think it's safe to let you go at this point.
I can't get in there. I can go.
Okay, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Appreciate you. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Can't stay there. You're going to stay.
Okay, then while we've got everybody, just want to do a quick review. So if we want to get a quick update from Ms. Pineda, that'd be great.
Well, Your Honor, if Ms. Pineda was here in case we went through with the final.
Oh, okay.
So if I can release her, I won't need her today. I will call on her another time if I need her.
Sure.
Not today. I just had her here in case.
Okay, very good. All right, Ms. Pineda, you're free to go ahead and go on at this time. Thank you so much. So that's right,
Thank
Ms.
you,
Watson's going to give us the update. That's right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Watson.
Oh, Aurelio is doing very well. We're very proud of what Luz has done. She has jumped in, done all the extra services, have had no issues with her whatsoever. There are no concerns in the home. She's living with a family member who is very appropriate. She has a plan for transportation. She has a plan for childcare. Aurelio is very bonded with her, so we really have no concerns at this time.
All right, great. Okay, Mr. Michelson, anything else to cover today?
I don't think I have any additional remarks, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hill, anything additional?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Zavala.
Your Honor, I have nothing further to add other than I believe this is in Aurelio's best interest, and I'm looking forward to meeting with him and mom out in their home in Borger.
Okay, sounds good. All right, then, I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator of the child and order the monitor to return to, Luz Medellin, as Mr. Trout has announced. That'll take place over the next couple weeks, sounds like. And then, I would make a finding that the father is not in compliance with his service plan. And there would be a continuing danger to return the child to him at this time. We will have a new dismissal date in this case, and Mr. Trout, have you calculated that yet?
June 13th of 25.
Okay, June 13th of 2025. We'll have a review hearing on April 15th of 2025. And then reset a final for June 10th of 2025. Ms. Medellin, let me just kind of clarify for you, because that sounds like an awful lot more involvement. If things continue to go really well, then, we won't still be involved in the case. Those are just in case we have a problem. We've got those hearings on the calendar, and, this kind of resets the clock. So there's a full 6-month time period here that we can monitor the child being in the home, but that doesn't mean we have to be in it for 6 months. So if everything's going well, probably in about 90 days after the child is placed, then they'll just present me a dismissal, I suspect, or we'll have some kind of final order entered. So, okay.
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Judge, if I may, is there any way we can set the April 15th as the final?
I'm
Just
fine with that.
Okay, just in case we're ready to get out, and if we decide what we're going to do with Dad, depending on if he comes back around or not,
Okay.
we'll notice that the final set that at that day and time.
Sure. I'm good with that. We can just make that the final. Okay, so the final will be on April 15th of 2025.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay, thank you all so much, and congratulations, Ms. Medellin. Merry Christmas to you, and I hope everything goes really great.
Thank you, Judge. You as well. Have a great Christmas.
Okay,
Thank you. I'll be back later in the day.
all right,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
y'all.
Mhm.
Thank you, Jay and Jeff. And Stacy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, then, Mr. Morales, I don't have Mr. Hernandez logged in, so we may not need you for this. He has historically not appeared, but since we had a final going, we thought we should be prepared just in case. Mr. Hill, are you expecting him or have had contact?
No, ma'am. I have reached out by the only email address I have to him. I've reached out by the phone numbers that I've had prior, and I just sent him another email again last week. Didn't respond. So
Okay. All right, then, Mr. Markelson, are you expecting your client?
I would expect her to be here. I have not had contact with her recently, though.
Okay. Well, I'll just watch the waiting room, and if either of them logs in, I'll get them brought in.
Judge, did you also have me for the Reese case?
I do.
Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh. And we're set on it, about 9:45. So you're welcome to just turn your camera off if you want, or, whatever you want to do. But I'd like for you to at least stay in here just in case somebody appears.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm not going to bother to start the interpretation feature or anything yet. Okay. All right, then I will call cause number 979 for our final today. We are conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We are live streaming, and Ms. Taylor's making our record this morning. Okay, we'll go ahead and take your announcements.
Daniel Trout for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. We're present ready, Your Honor.
Jay Michelson on behalf of Lowe's Medellin. She is not present, but I'm ready.
Jeff Hill on behalf of Lorenzo Hernandez. Sorry, Judge, hang on. My apologies. Judge, I have never had any contact with Mr. Hernandez throughout the pendency of this case, so I guess I announce ready, but with that caveat.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of Aurelio.
Then, Mr. Trout, who's your first witness today?
Abigail Lawrence, Your Honor.
Ms. Lawrence, if you'll raise your right hand for me.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Lawrence, would you state your name for the record, please?
My name is Abigail Lawrence.
And Ms. Lawrence, up until recently, you were working for St. Francis, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And while you were employed by St. Francis, you were the permanency specialist on the case involving the child, Aurelia, correct?
Yes.
When you first got the case, what was your first steps in working the case?
First steps in working the case are reaching out to the parents and then working with them to compile a family plan of service.
And did you complete family plans of service for both parents?
Yes.
And can you tell me the names of both parents?
The mother is Luz Medellin and the father is Lorenzo Hernandez.
And during the pendency of our case, the father was adjudicated. Lorenzo Hernandez was adjudicated as the father. Is that correct?
Yes.
In Your Honor, I just asked the court to take note that we adjudicated Mr. Hernandez at his request on 6/25 of 2024.
All right, any objection, counsel?
No objection.
All right, then I'll take judicial notice of the fact that the court has already adjudicated Mr. Hernandez as the father of the child Aurelio and had previously established the parent-child relationship between them.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Lawrence, where are the children placed right now?
Aurelio is placed with his mother in Borger.
Okay. And how is he doing?
He's doing amazing.
How is mom doing?
And she's doing amazing as well.
Okay. And they've been reunited in a monitored return, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And how long has he been placed back with her?
He has been placed back with her since December 30th, 2024.
So plenty of time for St. Francis to have monitored that, make sure everything was good and everything is going well.
Yes.
As far as dad, what kind of contact have you had with him?
Throughout the life of the case, it has been very touch and go with contact. He was living in Mexico throughout the beginning of the case up until June of last year, and then he did come to Amarillo. I had contact with him between the months of June till the end of July when he was arrested. I was able to have contact with him while he was incarcerated. However, once he was released, October of last year, I've had no contact with him again.
Okay, so do you have any idea of where he went after that?
No, I do not.
Okay. You stated earlier that one thing you do is you generate family plans of service. Did you do that in this case?
Yes.
Do you have the exhibits I sent out?
Yes.
Can you tell me what exhibit number 1 is? Do you recognize that?
Yes, I do. That is the family plan of service that was filed on behalf of Lorenzo Hernandez.
Okay. Is this an accurate copy of what you filed?
Yes.
Has it been changed in any sort of way?
No, it has not.
Were the family plans of service made in order of the court?
Yes, they were.
And is that generally done at the status hearings?
Yes.
And that was done in this case?
Yes, sir.
What type of services was Dad asked to do?
Dad was asked to keep in contact and comply with his family plan of service. He was asked to show proof of housing and employment. comply with drug screens, complete an OSAR, complete 6 sessions of individual counseling, a psychosocial, and parenting classes.
Throughout the life of this case, did Dad work any of his services?
No, he did not.
Okay. Did he keep in contact with you?
No, he did not.
Did he participate in random drug screens?
He participated in 1 random drug screen.
Did he do any of his, oh, sorry.
No, he did not.
Did he do any of his counseling?
No.
Did he do any parenting classes?
No, he did not.
Did he have any visits with the child?
No, he did not.
So during the course of this case, Dad did not comply with any part of his family plan of service.
Correct.
Your Honor, I would ask to admit exhibit number 1 is a file marked copy of the family plan of service that Ms. Lawrence testified to.
Any objection?
No objection.
Petitioner's Exhibit 1 will be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Lawrence, you'd stated that he was incarcerated at one time. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And do you know what he was incarcerated for?
Yes, he was arrested for possession of a controlled substance and aggravated assault.
And then you said he was released. Do you know what the outcome was for that? You ever talked to him about it?
No, I never talked to him about it.
Okay. Your Honor, I would ask to admit exhibits, and I'll just do these in a group. 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7. They are certified copies of the indictments, the order deferring adjudications, and the motion to proceed that have been filed on the cases involving Mr. Hernandez.
All right, any objection?
Objection.
No objection.
No objection.
Okay, petitioner's exhibits 2, 3, and 4, and exhibits 5, 6, and 7 will be admitted. Y'all give me just a second. I've got to log into a program and it's gonna have to call my phone. So just give me a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry about that. It always wants you to log in at, an inconvenient time. Okay. You can go ahead. Sorry about that.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Ms. Lawrence, you stated since Dad pled on these cases and got out of jail, you have not seen him or had any contact with him.
Correct.
And you have no knowledge or any guess of where he is at this point?
There is a suspicion. Luz had told me that she has contact with one of his cousins and they believe that he is somewhere in Chicago potentially.
Okay. And according to the exhibits we just admitted, he is on deferred adjudication, correct?
Yes.
And they have since filed motion to revoke after he got out and was placed on deferred.
Yes.
And you stated that he had drug screened for you once?
Correct.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd ask to admit exhibit number 8. It is a affidavit of business records as to the drug screen for Mr. Hernandez.
Any objection?
Your Honor.
No objection.
Okay. Petitioner's exhibit 8 will be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Lawrence, when was your last contact with Mom?
Let me get the date. It would have been the first week in April.
And at the time you left working for St. Francis, the goal was to leave the children with mom and name mom as sole managing. Is that correct?
Yes.
And to request that dad be named a possessory, and no contact with the children and pay child support and medical support. Is that what you were looking at when you went off of the case?
Yes.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Michelson?
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, congratulations on your new adventure, Abigail.
Thank
Hope it's a
you.
good one. You testified earlier that Les and Aurelio were doing amazing. How long has he been in her care now?
Since December, so just about, yeah.
Okay. And is she completed with all of her services?
Yes, she is.
Okay. And you meet with her once a month?
It was bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly. Okay. So you're happy with her current progress?
Absolutely. She really got what she needed to done, and last week she got her driver's license, so she's now approved to transport Aurelio when she can. So she did really great.
And just for my own verification, her phone number, does it end in 36? Because that's where I sent the link.
I don't have my work phone anymore to tell you for sure.
Okay.
Jordan might be able to let you know that.
Okay. All right. I just thought I'd check. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hill?
Judge, I have no questions.
All right, Ms. Zavala?
Miss Lawrence, Luz is living with family members, is that correct?
Yes,
And she's got a good support system in place now.
absolutely.
Okay. I pass the witness.
All right. Mr. Trout, anything further from this witness?
Nothing further from Ms. Lawrence, Your Honor.
Okay. Anybody else have anything further from Ms. Lawrence before I cut her loose?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing further.
All right, Ms. Lawrence, thank you so very much. Appreciate your time and your cooperation in testifying today. So you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Abby.
Bye.
All right, you can call your next witness.
Court called Jordan Alford, Your Honor.
All right, Ms.
You
Alford?
are now the permanency specialist on this case. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you took over the case this past week?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had time to review the file?
Yes.
Okay. And did you staff with Ms. Lawrence before you took over the case?
Yes.
Okay. Have you been able to meet with mom?
I have not yet.
Okay. But from your understanding and reviewing of the report and staffings, mom is doing great.
Yes.
Okay. And the request today, we're not asking for any termination on any parents today. Is that correct?
Correct.
Today, you're requesting that the department be dismissed from the case,
Yes.
that mom, Luz Medine, be awarded as sole managing conservator of the child,
Yes.
and that the father, Lorenzo Hernandez, be named a possessory,
Yes.
with no contact,
Yes.
and to pay child support and medical support, and child support to be based on minimum wage.
Yes.
And do you believe that's in the best interest of the child at this time?
I do.
And as far as the request for the no contact, is that based upon dad's failed to work services?
Yes.
He's had no, and Ms. Lawrence testified he had no contact with the child during her casework.
Correct.
And dad's criminal records that were admitted that he is currently on probation with a revocation filed.
Yes.
And do you believe that based upon his conduct and lack of participation in this case, the no contact order would be justified for him.
Yes.
Have y'all had this conversation? Was this conversation had with mom?
Yes.
And from your understanding, mom is okay with that?
Yes.
And do you believe that that is in these requests are in the best interest of the child?
I do.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Michelson?
Thank you, Your Honor. You might have heard my previous question. Just for my own confirmation, is Leza's phone number ending in 36?
That is what our system has. Yes.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Hill?
No questions, ma'am.
Okay, and Ms. Zavala?
No questions.
All right. Anything further of this witness, Mr. Trout?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, does the department rest?
Department rest at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Michelson, do you have anything to present today?
No witnesses, Your Honor. We rest.
Okay, Mr. Hill?
Judge, no witnesses, but I do want to correct what I said when I announced ready. I said I'd never had any contact with Mr. Hernandez, and that what I was referring to is out-of-court contact. He was at that hearing back in June 25th, but other than that, have had no contact with him. But anyway, I'll rest at this point.
Okay. All right. Duly noted. All right, Ms. Zavala.
No witnesses, I rest.
All right, Ms. Zavala, do you have a recommendation to make?
I do, Your Honor. I went out on Friday to the home in Borger and visited with Luz and Aurelio. He is a mass of curls and he moves a mile a minute. He's all boy. He's very comfortable in the home. The home's very appropriate. Luz seems to be doing great. I have no concerns at this point. I did discuss with her what was being proposed, and she was in agreement. I do believe that that it's in Aurelio's best interest for Luz to be named sole managing conservator with father as possessory conservator.
All right, and do you have any recommendation regarding the request for no contact with the child?
At this point, I believe it's appropriate. The issues that brought him into care were drugs. With the drug screens that were admitted and the criminal history, Dad still appears to be struggling with those issues and hasn't cooperated with any services. So I do believe that that's appropriate at this time.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, then, Mr. Michelson, if you do speak with your client, tell her I said great work and congratulations. I do find it is in the best interest of the child, Aurelio, to name the mother, Luz Medellin, as the sole managing conservator of the child. I'll name Lorenzo Hernandez as a possessory conservator of the child. And I will find that it is in the best interest of the child to not render any specific possession order and to further enter a no contact order between the father and the child. And that's, based on father's lack of participation in this case, failure to work services, his ongoing criminal history and problems that he's got, and the positive drug screen. I think all of those underlying reasons would support that it's in the best interest that there not be any possession by the father at this time. He's obviously always entitled to come back and ask to modify that. I'm gonna order him to pay child support based on minimum wage for one child. Do we know if he has any other children?
I have not heard of any other, Your Honor. That's the only one I know.
I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna also order $50 a month in medical support. And all of that to begin on May 1st of 2025. All right, then, I will dismiss the department and all court-appointed attorneys from the case at this time. And I'll sign an order when you all get it to me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you all very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll convey your congratulations and may I be dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Thank
Thank
y'all.
you.
Thank you, Jordan.
All right, for those of you staying with us, we are conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We're live streaming, and Ms. Taylor is making our record. All right, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trial for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Bryza Salinas is my primacy specialist. We're present ready, Your Honor.
Morning, Lucia, on behalf of the mother, Dolores Luna, Your Honor, we're both present ready.
Casey Zavala on behalf of Treasurer Nico.
Okay, and Mr. Alonso is present. I do not have Ms. Riley in my waiting room. I don't know if we've gotten a signature or anybody's had contact.
I have not, Your Honor.
Okay.
I was just checking again to make sure.
All right, I'll watch for her in the waiting room. Since it's a status hearing, we will go ahead and proceed though. All right. Who's going to give us an update this morning?
Ms. Salinas, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Salinas, if you'll unmute, thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Update on kiddos. They're doing well. They're with their maternal grandmother, and they are caught up on all medical to this point. And they seem to be doing really good and transition really well. They know their grandmother, so it was not very much of a hard transition for them. Dolores seems to be doing really well. She is already in counseling with Jennings. She is scheduled for Padre. They did not have an opening until January 14th, I believe, for her. So she got that scheduled for her parenting. She tested negative on her UA for November. And she has employment, housing. So she seems to be doing well. Jeremy as well. He's got his stuff scheduled for January as well for parenting classes and Jennings. They just didn't seem to have any availability this month to start them. But they are in the process of getting everything scheduled and taken care of. Mom has updated me that she will be transitioning a job to better fit a schedule for when kiddos are placed back in her care.
All right. And is Mr. Alonso working as well?
Yes. I believe they both work at the same place right now. So that's why Dolores is going to switch jobs so that they could kind of alternate while taking care of the kids while they both are working.
Okay. What about transportation?
It has been reported that they have transportation, their own transportation, reliable transportation.
Okay, great.
Housing as well.
All right. So Mr. Alonso and Miss Lena, then y'all are, you're ahead of the game and that you've got stable housing, you've got jobs, you've got transportation. That's all really, really great because that makes getting to these other services and getting to visits and all those kinds of things, certainly makes it easier. Okay.
And Judge, just for the court, family plans were filed on December 13th. Dad signed his on the 13th. Mom signed hers on the 12th of December. So they have been signed and filed.
Okay. Great. All right, Ms. Lucero, any questions or anything to talk about today?
Your Honor, I was just double checking what type of visits the parents or specifically my client is having, Miss Salinas.
They are having, sorry, going over this. I believe they're in person. Trying to say sorry. Michaela, do you happen to know when they're, sorry, I was asking my supervisor.
I believe that Madison had started them off at 1 hour per week.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
To my understanding of it.
And
Lorraine,
I can,
we'll double check and send out a legal notification just to confirm, but I believe it was 1 hour per week.
okay, Your Honor, I don't have any more questions. Of Miss Salinas. There was a couple of questions I wanted to ask my client though, whenever we get to that point.
Sure. Let me clarify the visits in person.
Yes, the supervised visits.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I thought I read in the report that the children were placed with a maternal great aunt, but I heard you say maternal grandmother. Is that correct?
So yes, well, Dolores refers to her as her mother, as she's never had her mother in her life.
Okay.
And so they call her grandmother, the kids.
Okay.
But it is, I guess, maternal great aunt to them and maternal aunt for Dolores.
Okay. That's what I needed to, I just need to have that clarification, but that's all right. Okay. So if parents get going on all these visits and everything and by the end of January, can we look at increasing their visits if things are continuing to go this well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Miss Luna and Mr. Alonso, I just want you all to get kind of, get going on things, and then, we'll increase the contact and visitation, accordingly. So.
Thank you so much.
Yep. You hit the ground running, so that's good. All right, Mr. Alonso, anything you need to ask me today or talk about?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. Both of my classes start January 14th, though, so those were the soonest ones I could get into.
Okay. I'm not your fault that you're having to wait. I'm sorry that we couldn't get you started faster, but just, focus on work and your home life and all those other things. So,
No.
Okay. All right, Ms. Zavala.
Your Honor, I think Miss Lucero wanted to present something for her client.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Your Honor, I just provide clarification for the court. My client is going through drug court right now, and I just kind of wanted her to share with you everything that she's having to do because I am going to ask for increased visits. So I was just, could she have just a moment to let the court know what all she's having to do through drug court?
Sure. And Ms. Lena, are you in drug court with Judge Board?
Yeah, ma'am. He's awesome.
Okay. I'm familiar with his program and all that. So, but you're welcome to tell me kind of what stage you are in his court.
I'm still on phase 1 for the fact that I've only been cited a month now. But
okay, you were breaking up.
I'm sorry, it's because we both have a phone. Babe, go that way.
Yeah, you'll need to get kind of farther apart.
I can just kind of tell you everything I do for him. Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay, so we do see him every week, every Friday. We get drug tested there every single week. I see my probation officer and my individual counseling every week. And then we get drug tested there too. So that's twice a week. And then I have SATP classes every Tuesday and Thursday for the next 3 months, which are drug classes. We're also required to do a 90 and 90, which is NAA meetings for the first 90 days, every single day for the first 90 days. If we miss a day, we have to start back at 1. I have a sponsor, so she's working the 12 steps with me. And then on weekends, we do colored calls. So like how far we have to call this number on Saturday and Sunday, and if our caller is called, we have to go to the Randall County Jail and do a drug test, which I've got called for that. So altogether, I have 9 negative drug tests since I've started. If that helps a little bit.
And Your Honor, the reason I kind of wanted her to review that, I know that under the service plan, she has to do the individual therapy, but I didn't know if the therapy that she's doing through probation would count, or if the department's gonna, or St. Francis is gonna want her to do both.
Who are you seeing?
I see Amanda Weatherford.
Okay.
We have every single week. They set us up back to back. So like all of us report every week with our probation. Say like I report at 9:30, and then they schedule us with Amanda right after that. So we see them both in the same day, and she gives us individual counseling.
Okay, and I assume that the concentration of that is on substance abuse.
Yes, ma'am. And then we also have our drug classes, the SATP Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that's for the whole phase 1, which I said like is 3 or 4 months, and that's a drug class too. Like all we talk about there is substance in that class. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me just direct this, Miss Kirksey. Any problem with us accepting the time that she spends in counseling through drug court? It's probably more intensive than what we do. And the same with any OSAR drug treatment, any of that kind of thing. I certainly think it's an excellent substitute.
Absolutely. I don't have any concerns for it as long as as long as she's willing to sign a release and we're able to get the notes from them. We don't have any concerns. And I also have the visitation stuff pulled up if you'd like me to give an update on that as well.
Okay.
So their visits are occurring on the 12th or on Thursdays from 11 to 12 o'clock at the visitation house. They're supervised by Teresa Pearson, who's an FSW for us. Her notes look really good, very positive. Teresa mentions that they bring food for the kids. They interact well with them, play, dance. The kids enjoy it. And that parents go and help them buckle into the car when they leave after all of their visits.
Okay. So for Miss Salinas' benefit, then, as long as you are in compliance with drug court, you're in compliance with us as far as counseling and any drug treatment, and testing and all that kind of thing.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, ma'am, because I literally have something to go to every single day of the week. So
yeah. Okay.
Thank you for that.
That doesn't mean that we may not ask you to go do a hair test at some point in time.
That's perfectly fine.
Mostly what you're doing are UAs or oral swabs, correct?
Yes, ma'am, both.
Yeah. So, we may periodically ask you to do a hair, but, the objective, Miss Salinas, is not to try to make it, onerous on them. I mean, if she's in compliance with drug court, she certainly would be in compliance with us on those issues.
And I also wanted to say, so my probation officer and my counselor both did say that anybody is welcome to call them whenever they want to get updates on me. So that was already discussed with them, and they said that's perfectly fine. So
okay, if we run into a roadblock, you may have to sign an actual release form, but we'll see. Okay. As long as we don't have a problem getting that information, then we're good.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, and congratulations on being in that program.
Thank you very much.
A lot better than getting locked up.
A lot of people miss and stuff and do, have hiccups, but they said that I've actually been really good. I have not missed a class. I've never been late. I've never had to, call and reschedule. I've never failed the drug test. So they said I'm doing really good on it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Keep up the good work. Okay. All right then. Anybody have anything further then?
I don't, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Zavala.
Your Honor, I got to visit with the kids in, as was explained, great aunt's home, but they call her grandma. I mean, that's her relationship. They looked good. I have no concerns about the home, and think it's a good placement, and I recommend that continue.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and I'm going to continue the children's current placements, find that parents are, at this point in time, are in compliance with service plans. I'm going to order the service plans as an order of the court today. So, what that means, Ms. Luna and Mr. Alonso, is that it's like any court order now. I expect you to abide by that and get through those services. Failure to work your services could mean that the kids don't come home. In worst case, it can mean termination of your parental rights. So I'm obligated under the law to make sure you all understand those things. So these services are very important. If you have any question about any of those services and whether or not you need to do them or whether it's substituted by something else, don't make assumptions. Talk to your lawyer, talk to your caseworker about it. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, then I also would make the finding there'd be a continuing danger to return the children home today, but we are very much headed in the right direction. I'll see you all back on April 22nd of 2025 on a 9 o'clock docket for our initial permanency hearing.
I have just one more question.
Sure.
If the parents continue to do well, and I know to represent Mr. Alonso, but if things continue to go well, I just want to know if the department will consider increasing their visits without us having to come back to court.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's what I was saying. If once they get kind of really rolling on these things, if things are going well, I want to see them increase visits. So
okay. I just wanted to be clear. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm hoping by the end of January for sure we're doing that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
And Lorraine, I think that once we get to that point, Ms. Curtsey or Ms. Salinas will send out an email notifying everybody once those do get increased.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all so much, and y'all have a good Christmas, and I'll see you back in April.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Ms. Salinas.
Thank you.
Got to call and see if I still have to do the rest of the shit.
Is that it? Is that it?
Whoops.
Always my fear is that I didn't mute when I say something. I guess it's better that I'm always talking when I am muted instead of talking when I'm not muted.
Yeah. I think so.
Morning, Amy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
That last comment didn't make it on the record.
We'll cut him a break. You just get those in finals. I gotta turn my light back on. I'm in the dark here. No comments.
I was going to say literally, not figuratively, literally.
Peanut gallery's closed, Your Honor.
We've emailed them and, we are here today for our status hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We're live streaming and Ms. Taylor's making our record. All right, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trout with the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Jordan Alford is my permanency specialist. We're present, ready, Your Honor.
Brianna Gomez on behalf of I'm so sorry. Brianna Gomez on behalf of respondent mother Euderia Godina. We are ready, Your Honor.
Jeff Hill on behalf of respondent father Roberto Lara. Judge, he is in the Potter County Jail, so he won't be with us today. I'm ready.
Stacy Zabala on behalf of Jason Robert.
Okay, Ms. Alford, are you giving us the update today?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Kiddos are doing well. They're currently placed in a foster home in the Austin area. We did have them moved to a home in Lubbock. Unfortunately, that foster home had some personal family matters that they couldn't keep the kids. So we are trying to get them back into Region 1. So we'll continue to try to do that so mom can see the kiddos in person. But the kiddos are doing very well. Jace is currently in speech and occupational therapy. He's 3 years old and he doesn't talk at all. So they have got that set up already. The baby's doing wonderful. No issues with him whatsoever. Mom has already hit the ground running with her services. She has completed her psychosocial. She has started individual therapy and she is in the Padre program. She is also in the Coming Home program. So they've helped her with housing and they've been a big support system for her. She also did a drug screen last week, a UA. It was negative. So she's on the right track. She's done great. She's getting 30-minute virtual visits once a week right now. Dad is currently incarcerated, as Mr. Hill said. Sean was able to visit with him last month. And so he said he's willing to work services whenever he gets out.
Ms. Alford, I know service plans were filed on December 5th. Have parents since signed the service plans? You said mom started working. Did she ever sign them?
She hasn't signed it yet.
Okay. What about dad? Have y'all been able to get him a copy to jail and see if he can sign those?
I'm not sure if we had completed them yet when Sean went out there.
Right.
So we'll need to take one out to him.
Okay. Have y'all been able to talk to him about them at least?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. And Judge, those family plans were filed on 12/5/24.
All right. Virtual visits, so 30 minutes once a week. Can we do it twice a week? 30 minutes twice a week?
Yes.
I know it's hard with the ages of the kids, but mom's doing great. I really would like to see her have a little more time until we can get them back in region. So
okay, we can do that.
Okay. All right. All right, then Ms. Gomez.
Ms. Alford has, as far as, and you've covered this really, but I just want to make sure that everyone knows that as far as mom goes, has she refused or been trepidatious about any services recommended to her at all?
No. No.
Thank you very much. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Hill.
No questions, ma'am.
Mr. Hill, what's your client? What is he in jail for? What's his charge?
Oh, he's got a bunch, Judge.
Okay.
Possession, third-degree possession, second-degree manufacture delivery, some out-of-county stuff. It looks like they look like Randall County cause numbers, felony cause numbers, and then another possession charge in Potter.
Okay. So not likely to bond out on all that.
No, it looks like he's got $60,000 worth of bonds, and about a $60,000 worth of bonds.
So, Ms. Alford, we probably need to be trying to get him anything, parenting packet or anything that he can do in jail.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I want to say Deja, our FSW that is on the case, I want to say she took one out to him. I'll double check with her though.
Okay, great. All right. Ms. Zavala?
Your Honor, the boys are doing really well. Jace really was nonverbal completely. Speech and occupational therapy are going to daycare. That has really started helping. Daycare and just being around other kids has started helping. Interacting with neighborhood kids has really helped. He knows some sign language, and interestingly enough, he loves to talk into a karaoke microphone. So that'll get him talking. I would love for mom to be kept, both parents to be kept up to date as to any recommendations that the speech therapist has. I think it's really important that parents know how to work with him to continue keeping those skills going. But he's in a really great placement, and they're both doing very well at this point.
Ms. Alford, do you know, is any of that speech therapy taking place in the home?
I believe it's just taking place at daycare, but I'm not 100% positive on that.
I think so as well.
I wish we could loop mom in virtually for some of that. I just don't know whether that's feasible or not.
I can talk to them.
Okay,
Maybe we could
let's kick it around and see if there isn't some way that to occasionally bring her in, you know, by FaceTime or something, just so she can kind of see what goes on.
Okay.
Or even just a phone call with the therapist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, what are some things I should be working on? Like,
Okay.
Judge, I gotta ask Ms. Alford one more question real quick.
Sure.
Ms. Alford, you stated mom has not signed her service plan. Has she seen it and reviewed it though, just hasn't signed it?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Your Honor, and I think that's and precisely my fault. I think I told Ms. Godina at the very outset of our case, hey, let me review things with you. And then I think it got lost in my email somewhere. So I don't think that's on my client at all. So let me go take a look at it today and get it taken care of. I'll reach out to Ms. Alford.
Okay, thank you. You know, she's
Judge,
obviously started in on it and everything, so I'm, you know.
And Judge, that question would, and just so Ms. Gomez knows, that question strictly in our order, it states whether they have reviewed or haven't reviewed and signed or haven't signed. I just wanted to make sure which, if she had reviewed it, but just hasn't signed it. So that's all I was trying to do.
And we did actually have a family group conference with Miss Yadira. And so she was there whenever we made the plan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. All right, then I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and I will continue the children's current placement, and ask that St. Francis will continue to look in Region 1 for placement, as I think they're already doing. I'd find a continuing danger to return the children home today, but sounds like we're off to a good start with mom for sure, and obviously Mr. Lara's abilities to do certain things is limited. I'm going to order the service plans as an order of the court. So Ms. Godina, what that means is it is now part of a court order. And so I expect you to abide by that. More importantly, what you need to understand is that if you don't work the service plan in full, the children might not come home. And worst case scenario, it can mean termination of your parental rights. So can you unmute your device for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I just need to have verbal confirmation from you that you understand that.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, all right, well, you're off to a good start. Congratulations, and just keep up the good work. So I will see everybody back for our initial permanency hearing, and that'll be April 22nd of 2025, and that'll be on a 9 o'clock docket. For our status hearing, we are conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We are live streaming. Ms. Taylor is making our record this morning. All right, we will go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trout for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Heidi Combs and Sean Ryan are my permanency specialists. They are present, ready, Your Honor.
Bailey Sapien on behalf of Tyshika Brown. I'm present and ready, Your Honor.
Jerry Morales on behalf of Respondent Father Tyrell Hughes. I am present, Your Honor. He is incarcerated in Scurry County at the moment. I'm ready.
T.D. Hammonds for the child, ready to proceed, Judge.
Okay. Before we launch into review, then I've got just a quick question. All right, so mother has executed a voluntary relinquishment, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right, that has been tendered to the department.
Yes, ma'am, and we filed that on December 11th of 2024.
All right, what about Mr. Hughes?
Judge, on that regard, the department, the department informed me that he told him that he would sign a relinquishment. I called him that day, which was a Thursday. The very next day, I went out to Potter County to get him to sign that. And that morning, they had transferred him to Scurry County because of capacity issues. He's been there. It's between Lubbock and Abilene, and I figured the court wasn't really wanting to pay me to drive that way for this early in the case. So I'm waiting on him to get back. I don't know how long that'll be. I called again Friday, and he was still in Scurry County. I didn't call today or yesterday, but.
So he's just there because of numbers in our current jail. He's not there on a separate charge.
Correct. He has to come back to Potter County at some point, and hopefully it's sooner rather than later. But he did indicate to me on the phone that he would sign. I just haven't had a chance to get that executed.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but you just try to keep tabs on him and see when he gets back here. Okay. All right. Okay, then who's gonna update us?
I can, Honor.
Okay.
Deshane is doing really well in his victim kin home. He's bonding with his biological siblings. He is taken to each appointment that's scheduled. He's doing really well. He eats and sleeps pretty good.
All right. So since mom is relinquished, you're not anticipating any further contact or that she's going to work services?
Correct.
Okay. Have you had any further contact with Mr. Hughes?
He had scheduled a meeting or visit with him Thursday, but I was unaware that he had got transferred for a bit, so I might have to see him when he comes back.
Okay.
It would never turn on.
All right. Were service plans developed and filed?
Yes, ma'am. They were filed. Mom's plan was filed on 12/2 and dad's plan was filed on 12/3.
All right. I'm assuming we don't have either signature.
No, ma'am.
All right, then, Ms. Sapien, anything else to report today?
Nothing from me, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Morales, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hammonds.
Judge, I have spoken to foster placement. I think the court's aware that this particular placement has 3 older siblings of Deshanes that are presently in the home. They've adopted them. I've spoken to them. They are, at this moment, they are willing to adopt Deshane if everything proceeds as the court expects. So, everything's fine.
All right. Well, in light of the circumstances that parents, one has relinquished and the other saying that he will, Mr. Morales, if you get that, if you secure that relinquishment, then, I wouldn't see any reason not to sort of fast track this. So, right now we're scheduled for our initial permanency hearing in April. So if they get him transferred back and we get a relinquishment, then, somebody reach out to us and let us know so we can bump up the setting.
Yes, ma'am.
For today, then I'll continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and I'll continue the child's placement. Find there would be a continuing danger to return the child home. Order the service plans as an order of the court. And like I said, our initial permanency hearing will be scheduled for April 22nd of 2025 on a 9 o'clock docket. But I certainly don't want to wait until that hearing if we have the other relinquishment in hand.
Yes, ma'am.
If this family's willing to move forward, and they've already been licensed and all of that, I would think that they could get through this process pretty quickly. So.
And I'll just say, Ms. Combs or Mr. Ryan, if either of y'all are checking the rosters and see that he got transferred back, just reach out to Mr. Morales in case he hasn't seen that yet, and try to keep each other updated on that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's been kind of hard to track because it does show that he's at Potter County on the registry, and so I thought he was over there again last week. I thought he came back, but he hadn't.
Okay. Yeah, y'all just kind of share information if you learn that he's back. If any of you learn that he's back, let everybody else know.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank y'all so much, and everybody have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Judge. Merry
Thank
Christmas.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you,
Judge,
Judge.
can I speak to Mr. Morales just real quick?
Sure. We're here on our initial permanency hearing. We are conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We are live streaming, and Ms. Taylor's making our record. Okay, we'll take announcements.
Daniel Trial for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Haven Doucette is my permanency specialist. We're present ready.
T.D. Hammonds for Erica Ross, the mother of the child, ready to proceed. I spoke to her earlier today, Judge. She was going to join us.
He is present.
We're ready.
Natalie Archer for the unknown father.
Stacy Zabala for Carlista.
All right. Ms. Doucette, if you want to give us an update, that'd be great.
Yes, ma'am. Since the court report was filed, we have had a goal change. The primary goal is now unrelated adoption, and the concurrent goal is family reunification. I've notified Ms. Ross of that change. Carlista is doing very well in placement. She gets bigger every time I go and see her. She's learning to roll over. She's grabbing. She's taught herself how to play peekaboo, and she loves it. And her acid reflux from the withdrawals is getting a lot better, and it doesn't burn as much as it comes up. And placement is working with her to find new remedies and things to help her when she's having this acid reflux.
Ms. Doucette, when's the last, you said you spoke to mom. When was the last time you spoke to mom?
I met with her yesterday.
Okay. I just noticed in the report you had not been able to get in touch with her a little bit, so I wanted to see when you were able to get in touch. Mom knows about her services.
Yes.
Has anything been set up or tried to get started since your report was filed?
Since the report was filed, no. After meeting with Erica yesterday, I provided her with online parenting resources and then another counselor resource that is also able to do virtual visits for her.
Okay. Do you know where mom is living now?
He's staying in a hotel.
Okay. Were you able to meet with her face to face, or was it a phone call that you had?
It was face to face.
Okay. Has mom gone and drug screened for you?
No.
Okay. When's the last time you asked her?
I asked her last in November. I don't know the exact date. I can look for you though.
Okay. Would you be requesting the court order a drug screen today?
Yes, please.
Do we need a hair and a UA?
Yes.
Has mom, when you spoke to mom, did she give you any possible indication of who the father was or is? Sorry.
No.
Okay. Did y'all discuss that?
Not yesterday, but in previous visits we have.
Okay. So as of right now, you still have no name?
Yes, no name.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Archer? Or excuse me, Mr. Hammonds, do you have any questions or?
No, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Archer, do you have any questions?
No, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Zavala, any questions for Ms. Doucette?
Just a few. Ms. Doucette, the visitation right now continues to be virtual. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Because mom needed to give a negative screen before she could have any in-person visits, and she's never screened for us, right?
That's correct.
And those will continue to be virtual until she participates in drug testing.
Yes, ma'am.
I pass.
Okay, Mr. Hammonds, anything that you or Ms. Ross need to discuss today?
Judge, I just need to ask Erica a few questions, please.
Okay, Ms. Ross, you'll need to unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Ms.
Erica,
Hammonds.
have you been Erica, have you been given a copy of your service plan?
Yes.
Do you fully understand that?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand today you need to go give them a UA and a hair follicle?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, what is your long-term plan?
My long-term plan is to figure out my housing situation and get my baby back.
Okay. Are you working anywhere right now?
Yes, I'll work for People Ready, which is temp services.
Okay. You were working at Ross at one point, correct?
Yes.
Or was that through the temp service?
No.
Okay. How are you paying for the hotel?
Because I work for temp service.
Okay. And you're able to make a few $100s a week?
I get paid the next day after I work.
Okay. Well, you understand we're on a time constraint. You need to get busy on all of these things immediately. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. I have nothing further, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Ross, it's, the clock is ticking. And you've got lots of services to work, before we can even begin to look at any kind of reunification. And, the failure to drug screen is a real problem because every time you're asked to go screen and you don't go, it's deemed a positive result. And that is going to continue to hold you back as far as getting to have in-person visits with the baby. So you understand that it's imperative you do that today. I'm going to order you to go do that today.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have transportation?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can get out to Care Express before 4 o'clock today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll order you to be there. Actually, I'm going to order you to be there by 3 o'clock today. Okay?
Okay.
So failure to appear or failure to give required sample is deemed positive. We've got to have a drug screen on you to get a baseline, Ms. Ross, because we don't know whether you're still using or, has use decreased, increased, or have you stopped using? I mean, we have no way of knowing those things unless you routinely screen for us. And, I'm looking back, you were here at the status hearing and you heard me say that failure to work these services, can result in termination of your parental rights. So I'm going to remind you about that right now because you're going to run out of time. So you really have got to get started on this. So, when someone's asking you what your long-term plan is, that's a little bit more than I'm going to figure out my housing and get my baby back. That's more like, okay, I'm going to not only figure out my housing and get a place to live that's appropriate for me and my baby, but I'm going to do my counseling. I'm going to take my classes. I'm going to, do my parenting classes. I'm going to drug screen so I can prove that I'm clean. That's a plan.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
It's, we all wish we had a magic wand we could wave and get what we want, but it doesn't work that way in life. So you need to develop a, kind of a week by week plan. What are you going to get done this week? What are you going to get done the next week? Because if you don't do that, the clock just keeps ticking, and all of a sudden you're going to wake up one day and it's too late. So talk to your lawyer, talk to your caseworker. Their jobs are to help you, and they're willing to help you, but you got to work with them too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Archer, any leads?
No, Your Honor, I'd like to ask TD though, if he, if his client mentions any possible fathers in that time frame, that he would let me know. And I will keep searching.
I will.
And Judge, I have a few questions for Mom, if I may.
Sure.
Ms. Ross, on that line, do you have a name of a possible father to the child?
No.
Okay. You heard Judge talk about the drug screens, and since you're ordered today, are you still currently using?
No.
Okay. When was the last time you used?
It's been at least a month or so.
Have you not gone because you're worried you're going to be positive?
No.
Okay. You just
I hadn't had transportation. I just recently got more reliable transportation.
Okay. Are you aware that if you are asked to screen and you don't have transportation, you can let Ms. Doucette know, and they can try to get you transportation?
Yes.
Okay. So in the future, if your transportation messes up on you or you don't have that transportation, let Ms. Doucette know. Do you think you're going to be positive today?
I do not. I do not.
Okay. And when you say you haven't used, is that anything? Is that marijuana, meth, any type of drug? Okay.
I didn't understand her answer. What, Ms. Ross?
That is any type of drug.
I still didn't understand you.
He asked, was it any type of drug? I said that goes for anything.
So you're saying no type of drug?
No.
Right.
Yes, but she's saying she has not used any type of drug in the last month, Judge. Do you work every day, or do your jobs just come as they have something available?
They come as they have something available. They call me and basically schedule me.
Okay. Can you get Ms. Doucette a letter from the temp agency or from any of your jobs showing that you are working?
I believe I can get one from People Ready.
Okay. If you could try to get that and get that to Ms. Doucette, that'd be appreciated. And again, if you don't have transportation today to get to the drug screen, let Ms. Doucette know so you can be there by 3.
Okay.
No further questions. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Zavala, you have anything today?
Your Honor, I've gotten to meet with Carly in person at her home. She's doing amazing. She's very well loved, well taken care of. She's meeting milestones, and they're still working on that acid reflux, but it is getting better. So I do recommend that placement continue.
Okay, then I'm going to continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue placement of the child today. Find a continuing danger to return the child home today, and that mom is not in compliance with her service plan. I will order her to go drug test hair and UA by 3 p.m. today. And she's been admonished that failure to appear is going to be deemed a positive result. Our next hearing will be April 15th of 2025. And that'll be on a 9 o'clock docket. All right, then, I'll see everybody back then.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Doucette.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You bet. I know we're still a few minutes behind. I've got to make a really quick phone call, so y'all give me just a minute. Everybody take a quick break.
Yes, ma'am.
Here for a review hearing before final order. We are conducting this through Zoom. We are live streaming and Ms. Taylor's making our record. Let's see, I need to bring in some folks. Just a minute. Hang on. That would be helpful.
I think Mom was out there at CASA and Mr.
Yeah.
Noah.
Yeah. That's what happens when you try to juggle too many things at once. Okay. Okay, we'll go and take announcements.
During your trial for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, Tamara Martinez is my premises, or excuse me, Michaela Curtsey is supervisor and will be testifying on our behalf, on the permanency specialist's behalf today. Your Honor, real quick, I would make a motion to go off of YouTube. There's been some going ons, and just to protect the child's privacy as far as what's been going on, I'd ask to go off of YouTube.
I was going to make the same motion, so I agree.
All right, Mr. Nowak, any objection to that?
No, and I'll get my announcement over at the same time. Vince Nowak for April Wagner. We're both present and ready, Judge, and no objection to go off of YouTube.
Okay.
Stacy Zabala on behalf of Isabella.
All right, and CASA is also present with us today. Ms. Garrett's present. All right, so motion has been made and not objected to stopping the live stream if we're going to discuss things that might be sensitive in nature to the child or conflict with her privacy interest. We're going to go ahead and close the courtroom, and I'll resume that as appropriate when